Yo, what's good everybody? In this video, I'm going to be doing another movement fundamentals video. I'm also going to be talking about how to clear angles with intent. And I'm also going to be talking about some pathing movement stuff that is very important to consider. These are more fundamental things, very similar to the video that I did about the kill zones, the pathing, and the angle isolation. These are also fundamental things that I think you guys will enjoy. Hopefully you like this type of content. It seems like it's performing a little bit more. It's a little bit better than my pro VOD reviews. I do think those are very, very important and impactful. So if you haven't taken a look at those, please take a look at them. Before I get started, I want to plug my one-on-one private coaching. I do sessions for $40 a pop. It's $40 for an hour, $35 per session if you book multiple with me at once. And we can do pretty much anything in that hour. We can VOD review. I'm willing to do team VOD reviews with multiple players. I'm open to doing question and answer. I'm open to doing IGL coaching. I've coached other coaches in the past. I'm also willing to work on like playbooks or strat creation. Whatever you guys think is valuable, like determining goals, coming up with routines, whatever you guys are interested in, I will figure out a way to bring value to you in that hour. If you have any interest at all, please join my Discord in the description down below. Send me a DM and we will set something up at your convenience. I do prefer doing coaching Monday through Friday, but I am okay with early morning weekend availability as well, for those of you that are full-time students or full-time employees. Okay, let's get started in the video. What I want to talk about first is something that's very, very fundamental and important to all games, all sports, just pretty much everything that's competitive. The key to competitive games is to make the game easier for you and harder for your opponent, okay? That is the key. And if we can achieve that, we are going to set ourselves up for success, okay? And this has to, in this video, I'm only going to focus on movement, but there's other things in this game that you can do that make it really easy for you. Having better utility than the other team, having better communication than the other team, having better teamwork than the other team. All of these things are very, very important. Having a better agent composition at the start when you pick out your agents, very, very important, guys. Having a better understanding of the macro of the map, very important. But for today's purposes, I just want to talk about movement, okay? And what I want to talk about when we're talking is movement and the importance of speed. Why speed is important and why movements, right to left movements, horizontal movements are very, very important. Okay, and and how do you determine what's horizontal? Is it wherever your crosshair is at, perpendicular to your crosshair is going to be horizontal. Okay, this would be vertical. This would be horizontal, okay? So we want to have horizontal movements wherever our crosshair is at. That is the key, okay? Because if this is where my crosshair is looking, the fastest I'm going to be able to move as a player is going to be right to left, okay? But I want you to think about this. My crosshair is here. I'm still moving perpendicular here to the target, but I'm not going technically in a straight line, okay? Does that make sense? All right. What I want to talk about now is speed and silent peeking, info peeking, okay? This is something that I'm sure you've seen people do in streams, but maybe you aren't implementing it into your own game. It is very important. And I'm going to go over a couple of things that are important about speed peeking. I'm going to talk about how to do it, and then I'm going to talk about how you are going to implement it, okay? So, number one, look at this. Listen to my footsteps. That's okay. Check your volume bar. You can't hear him, can you? Can't hear him at all. Okay, you heard one there because I messed it up. But in this moment, I'm moving at near max move speed. Okay, right to left, but I'm not making a step. I made one there at the end again. But we're moving at near max move speed, which is what we want. We want to make the game harder for our opponent, easier for us. The game is easier for us if we are harder to kill. The game is harder for the opponent if we're harder to kill, correct? So if I'm able to move like this, but do it silently, I can now clear angles without giving away my position. And if you can clear angles without giving your position while moving quickly, you are able to get information on whether or not people are there safely, or at least more safely than you would if you just walked into an angle, okay? Now, what I see in my private sessions a lot is that players are coming and walk clearing these angles, okay? Or they're coming like this and kind of walking forward. They come back like this, and now they come up like this, right? This is bad, guys, because we have to think this player here can see our elbow before they see us, and this is a very easy shot for them, okay? The other thing that's important with movement is if I'm not moving right to left and I get shot and I'm moving diagonally, or if I'm moving straight at somebody, when you get shot, you lose momentum. So it's very easy for people to hit you with a second or a third or a fourth or a fifth bullet. And when that's the case, you become a very easy kill. So when you're moving side to side like this, even if you get clipped by a bullet, you have a very good chance of de-peeking to safety, okay? Very, very important. So when we're clearing and peeking these angles, guys, okay, there I made a step. But you see how here I'm jiggling for info. They have no idea that I'm doing this. And once I see nobody's here, guess what? I can walk and clear this angle now. Or, if better yet, what the Radiants would do is clear this, nothing. And now they're walking up. You know, they're looking here, waiting for the next peek. Okay, they get here, nothing, right? Back here, jiggle, 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 jiggle. And really, the important thing, guys, is, again, the speed at which you're peeking makes you a harder target to hit. But secondly, you're maintaining the element of surprise. And what you want to do on all maps, no matter what, is you want to get as many people as close to the choke point as possible without the enemy team knowing, so that when you are ready to execute and you pop your smokes, you know, you're able to get out onto the site, okay? And so that's really the most important thing, is maintaining the element of surprise, but also quickly peeking. Now, I want to talk about another thing that you can do with these peeks. Let's go over to B. So with B, I would do this, right? I would come here. Okay, jiggle, 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 nothing here. Okay, close here, jiggle, 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 nothing. Now I'm coming to clear this, nothing. Now I'm backing up, jiggle for logs. Let me ask you this. Why would I jiggle logs? Here. Because there's nothing else I need to look at. Take your time. If they don't know that you're there, you can take your time and clear out all these angles you want. You know who used to play like this? Ye. Ye used to play like this. And he would just jiggle, and he would contact out, and he would just clear every angle. And he was really good at it, right? Especially on chamber, right? And so, you know, he was crowned the best player of the world for over a year because of this type of movement. It's very important to master. It's important to get good at this. It's important to understand why it's strong, though. That's probably the main thing, okay? Now, what I want to talk about is what you can do with this. So now, let's say I get up to this point, and let's say there's a player CT right here. I come here and I clear this, nothing, and I clear top steps, nothing. I go here, nothing. And I go here and I peek and there's a guy there, right? And if this person shoots me, if I'm jiggling with quickness here and he shoots right here, right? What can I do? Once he shoots, I can wide swing and I can shoot, okay? And what you want to do when you're so you jiggle, 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 bait out the shot, wide swing, okay? And I don't want you guys to just jiggle, 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 shoot, and then wide swing and peek the tightest angle. It's okay to go wide and track this player's head and then shoot. Once your crosshair's on his head, shoot, okay? This is a very important skill to master. It's something that you guys, I'll talk about, you know, how you can implement this into your DMs and your routines pretty much right now, but it's very, very important that you guys master this. The next thing that I want to talk about, guys, before I talk about the DM stuff, is clearing with intent. Whenever you go for these jiggles, you have to anticipate that somebody is on this angle. Okay, I'm not making any noise here. I am with shooting my gun, right? But I'm not making any noise. Every single angle that you peek in this game, and this is the number one thing I think that I see in my private sessions, is that people are peeking things but not anticipating that there's somebody there. So their reaction is to shoot, right? They're waiting to react to shoot when really they should react not to shoot. I know it sounds weird, but if you think about it, you flip your brain to anticipate that there's somebody behind this wall, and then when you see there's nothing, to relax your trigger finger, okay? You need to be ready and primed to fire on this person when they're here. So we need to clear this with intent. And we're doing it quickly, so if we bait out a shot, oh, guess what? I can wide swing, right? Boom, boom. And other things you can do sometimes is you can jiggle like this. I see other people in Radiant lobbies do this a lot. They'll peek their gun out a little bit, and then they'll wide swing, okay? So there's ways to mess with this, and really what you want to do is you never want to be the first person to shoot in these type of engagements, because then you can wide swing, okay? And it's really hard to reset your aim and then shoot somebody. So every angle that you clear, you need to clear with intent, okay? Nothing here. Okay, clear with intent. Clear this fully, nothing, okay? Now we're here. Clear with intent, nothing. Clear with intent, nothing, right? See how I'm here? I'm doing quick, jagged movements, quick peaks, and I'm not. The reason for the quick peaks is, number one, I want to be quick. I want to be a quick moving target, so I'm not easy to kill. But secondly, I don't want to overswing. I want to practice getting good at these swings, so I know exactly how to do it. I want to build the muscle memory up, so I know exactly where I can swing. So the other reason for this is the person holding here generally is not going to be holding super tight like this. Generally, they're going to be holding a little wider for this wide swing, okay? So we need to be ready for that. And to account, and if we're ready for that, we can do these soft jiggles and kind of get info on where people are at. And once we find where people are at, we can jiggle wide swing them, we can over-util them, we can take the site, okay? Now I want to talk about how you guys can implement this into your DMs, all right? And this will kind of be the end of the video here. If you want to, just to test this, I want you guys to come back to the comment section and tell me your findings here. Go into a deathmatch, buy a ghost, and I don't want you to shoot a single bullet the entire deathmatch. No bullets. And what I want you to do is I want you to run around the map with good crosshair placement, and I want you to find somebody, and I want you to, once you find them, let's say there's somebody right here, I want you to go right, left in their face, okay? Just keep going right, left, and see how many bullets they whiff on you. I want you guys to come back to the comment section and tell me your findings. Tell me if people are whiffing on you or if they're hitting you with their first shot. Generally, if they're hitting you with their first shot, it's because you're closer range and it's a lot easier for them. But especially at far, at medium to long distance, you're going to see that a lot of people are missing you. And why am I asking you guys to do this? I want you guys to realize how hard it is to hit a moving target in this game. Okay? It's not easy. It's very easy to hit a target that stops right here, shoots their gun, and doesn't continue moving. It's even easier to hit a target that comes and crouches and does it. Okay? So what do we need to do? We need to prioritize always moving, and this is the jiggle movement, right? We want to do this. We want to do this stuff, okay? The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is pathing and the importance of not running like a Yoru clone, okay? I call this YCS, Yoru clone syndrome. I see this a lot in my private sessions where people are running straight at the targets, straight at the angles that they're clearing. They put their crosshair at a place, at some location, and they run at that location instead of zigzagging, okay? And the way that I talk about this in my private sessions is I explain to people that if your crosshair is on this heaven peak, right? You come here and you clear this. You should not want to run like this. Okay? The reason for that is your read is that somebody is heaven. And so you're gambling. You're gambling that somebody is heaven. And in this game, you need to gamble a little bit. You need to make educated guesses, right? And so if my read is that somebody is heaven, think about this. If I run on a straight line at this person, the only variance in their crosshair movement that they need to make is up and down. Okay? But if I'm zigzagging at this person, let's say I go here, right? Here to here. What is the variance that I need to make? They need to go diagonally, right? So they need to go right to left and up and down. When we introduce more variables like that into people's aims, they tend to struggle, okay? Now, what's really important, guys, is that you guys understand that if you're moving like this, and moving like this, you're moving at the same speed, okay? Right and left and moving forward and backwards, you move at the same speed in this game. There's no difference. So what you want to focus is if you're going to gamble that this person is here, we want to make the shot we want to make ourselves as difficult a shot as possible when we're scaling out, okay? So I'm going to show this is how people I've seen path in my private sessions. Okay, they go here. Okay? It's not good. What we want to do is we want to go like this, guys. Remember? Fast jiggle. Nothing. Okay, nothing. We're walking up. Okay, here we go. Jiggle. Jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle. Okay, now we're here. Okay, now we're here. Okay, here. Nothing. I want to get wide. I want to get wide, like tight against this wall. And if my read is heaven here, I either want to go left or I want to go right, okay? And so generally you want to go left though because you're open to less angles, okay? So you go left here, so we go zigzagging out of the choke here. See how I'm not running up here? We're zigzagging out of the choke here, and we're closing the door, okay? It's very, very important that we're not just running like Yoru clones. You wouldn't run out you wouldn't run out tiles like this, right? No, you would run out tiles like this. See how I'm isolating angles as I'm going? Hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you have any questions at all about Yoru clone syndrome or movement or any ways to implement this into your DMs, please let me know. Oh, actually, you know what? Just as a reminder, what you guys should be doing, do the DM with the ghost, okay? Find people and then just move right, left, right to left, right to left. Don't shoot a single bullet. Don't shoot a single bullet. Just go 0 and 50 in the DM. It doesn't matter. Then the next time you play a DM, I want you to prioritize the pathing, these quick peeks. Then when you find people, let them shoot at you first and then jiggle and then stop and shoot on them. If there's a guy heaven here, let him shoot at you. Okay, he shoots at you. Boom, stop and jiggle. Jiggle and then stop. Okay? And really what you need to do here is you need to get good at tracking this person with your crosshair while you're moving right to left. Okay? I made my video about less aim. This is what less does, right? He does that, okay? This is the same concept, guys. It's the same concept. It's just broken down a little bit further, okay? Hopefully you guys like this video. Share it with your friends who are struggling with this kind of thing. It's not the easiest thing to pick up on if nobody's kind of explained it to you before. So I wish you guys the best of luck. If you have any interest in private coaching, go ahead and hit me up. I'm eager to help you guys out, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.